to start a new warm-up. This warm-up painting here was, you know, that glass. I don't know if that's, I was thought about maybe doing something with that hand. I don't know. And this warm-up painting came out pretty bad. I found this mediocre tomato painting, so I thought we were going to use the back of that. We also have this going on, which is going good. This is going great. Last warm-up painting. I don't want to muck it up, so you're looking for the new warm-up painting, and I guess that's going to be it. Important to be, you know, warmed up if you're going to start doing a serious watercolor. So anyway, let's just jump into this. Maybe we'll try the big brush here. I forgot what they call this brush. The, you know, pro artists use that brush quite a bit. I want to get a mid-tone. This looks good. It kind of leans brown. Maybe get a touch of this brown in here. And so we just want to hint at the hand, I guess, with this. And let's see if we can't get a, you know, a composition happening that is decent. So it's a lot of water on there. And, you know, I suppose that is kind of, you know, underpainting-ish looking. Grab some brown mixed with some blue here. Unfortunately, it's turning green, but whatever. Anyway, let's see. Looks good. We're leaving these like white spaces in here because we want the having the white, leaving the white is going to help us with depth. It should hit it with some brown there, and just try right here. That looks great for the hand anyway. And I don't know if we would want a better edge area over on this side. Again, leaving some white areas. And yeah, that's a nice looking puddle if you ask me. All right, good enough. Now let's see about get an underpainting for the glass. So for that, I guess, you know, we'd like a, I'm just gonna grab this very modest blue color. First, we're gonna try to get like negative space, like for this area. Sorry that, you know, what you guys are seeing for this video is different than what I'm seeing, but you know, you can sort of get the idea. So here, just try and do this little negative space that goes right there. And you know, we're using this giant brush, so that's the way it is. And let's see about just come right here. And here I'm seeing some green right there, so let me just grab a hint of green. I don't know why there's green in there, but we're not going to, you know, I guess it's because of the sitting on this green photo. I don't know. So anyway, let's see about, I guess we could, I hate to really start painting that photo in the background, but I don't know what else to do here. And up here we got blue. See, it's silly to be doing this photo as the background, but you know, we're just trying to do a warm up. And so let's see, I'm gonna actually paint in the book. So like right here is this area, and I guess for doing that we need more green down here. Well, definitely looks like a good underpainting, and pretty much gotta let that dry now before we move forward. So I guess we're warmed up. Now it's time to hit warm up painting number 2, which is the metallic object bell. I guess this can go, and here's the bell. And okay. So now with the bell, I'm going to pick up with this number 8 brush, and I think what we want to do, well, you know what we'd like to do is, which is probably silly to do right now, is really get a refinement on this area where the little bell ring thing is. And to do that, we're going to want to, I guess we're going to start with a, well, I think we're going to start by trying to get a really intense highlight right here. And I don't know if that's going to work, probably won't. I got a big drop of water there. I'm just going to let that sit there. How's that? And yeah, it's probably really ridiculous to be doing this tiny brush with this bell right now. Oh yeah, it got a little bit of a highlight there. So let's try that process again. I put a big blob of water there, and I'm gonna just let it sit there a minute. I guess we're gonna go. That even seems too small. We got a 12, and I think that's a 14. Yeah, so I guess maybe we're gonna try with a 12. Go large if possible. Swiss Travel TV, hi, and Gang Aram Kali, hi. Thanks for joining in today. We got 3 paintings going on. This is our warm-up painting. This is, you know, started out with a glass with a flower. The flower has long since died, and then we're also doing the French Village right there. We're over 10 hours on this, and I don't know what the heck's happening, but we're just, you know, working on it intuitively. Right now we're in the warm-up phase. I also did a warm-up of this underpainting, which was this glass with a wooden hand on top of it, and that I think is too wet to keep working on, and so we stopped working on that. That was our last underpainting, which, I mean, not a warm-up painting, which was coming out like heck, but so what anyway. Now we are having done this, you know, thing with the hand on the glass. We feel a little bit more comfortable in the zone, hand and brush, and so this underpainting here I thought was coming out great. So, you know, that's why we didn't jump into that immediately as they warm up, because you know, can't be you know, you just gotta warm up. I don't know what. So this is a I think it's like burnt Umberline's green. I don't know what they call that color. I forgot. This one here is called Lunar Blue, if I remember correctly. And what I'm trying to do is get a dark gray, as dark as I can go. I don't really have any black paint. I don't know. They say you're not really supposed to use black paint, but I see a lot of you know, various suggestions of color mixing that have black paint, but I don't have any black paint, so that is I'm just looking for what I do have that's I can get it dark. Now we're going dark warm, which sounds fine, because what I'd like to do is some of the forward darks, and so if we got a warm dark, then that should appear closer than any cool darks on there, right? So let's see, let me grab some of this. So I'm just trying to get a good dark, mixing all my dark paints together. Okay, that looks pretty good, and it looks pretty warm. So let's hit it. And oh yeah, so I had this. Oh yeah, that's getting so light. Okay, let's see. So at this point, I mean, we need to get a complex and a hard edged bit of contrast in this area, because this is the most forward area of the bell. We want this area to pop forward. I'm going to try to just see this little ridge that's right here. I'm going to try to depict that, and let's see if we can get a good line that depicts that. That looks good. I'm leaving the white space there because yeah, I just don't think having a continuous white line is going to help us in any way. Here I'd like to leave a sliver of white there. Okay. And then up here we have a major thing which we started doing right there, and I'm just going to try to go here, and I'm going to take I like that color, so I don't want to lose it. Now I'm taking the 14 brush, and I want to sort of smear this around a little bit. That's good. And this is, for some reason, some warm paint on there. All right, and then up here, let's see if we can go there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that warm paint. Apparently there's some brown on there. Okay, that's cool. Now, do we want that hard edge there? I don't know. I'm going to try to come over here and just bring it around, but leave a thing there. Yeah, I don't mind that hard edge. Alright, and then up here I got a little reflection of green, and I think that's going to be a dumb choice of color to have back there, but I'm just going to try get a smoother, that looks alright, but again, the green seems like a dumb choice. Try to maintain the hint of green. Okay, that looks good. I would try to get, I don't like any lines in my painting, but having said that, there goes a big line. Alright, now I'm going to go back to this brush with the dark, and let's see if we can't get the, try to get this thing that, I have no idea if this is the way you're supposed to be doing watercolor. By the way, I'm just saying. So here I'm just trying to get a good outer edge, and it looks terrible, but I'm gonna start somewhere, and now I'm gonna grab this and try to make this into a sharp point right there. It's not really working. Oh, that was sort of working. Okay. Okay. That looks okay. Kind of. And see if we can just come right here, and this hard edge we had going, I think that's good. And this I'm going to try to bring it down here. So, you know, unlike the metallic area, this is, you know, relatively shiny plastic. And later, we're going to try to get this super light highlight that's right there. I think we're going to try to run through this. But that's later. Okay. And then this side, let's see if we can match. That's looking terrible. We're trying to refine the, you know, it's kind of like an ellipse. Good thing we're on this small paper, that way we're running off the paper, and our composition is suffering. But, you know, here we're just trying to get a good depiction. And that looks very lopsided. Maybe that's going to be better. Okay. So basically this, be good if this whole thing could disappear. Okay, we'll try to fix up that line after, and then here we just want like a highlight right here. I'm going to try to get a kind of highlight happening. Okay, we got a highlight. That looks alright. Okay. I'm going to try and come back with this thing and get a super sharp little thing where this sort of disappears into a sharp point. And I guess I sort of got that. Okay. And again, we're going to try to get like a, I got a Posca pen here, which we can use if we really get desperate for a highlight here, but it would be better if we could do it just by removing paint, which seems to be working out okay right now. Not great. Okay. I'm going to just try to get a detail now in there. Let's see if we can get a line right here to say, hi, I am the bottom edge of the ringer thing. And that is not at all dark enough. Now we got the reflection of the ringer thing right there, which I wanted to go a little bit warmer for that. I'm just going to grab some whatever that brown is, and that looks okay. It's kind of green, but that's fine because green sort of comes forward. Okay, this is a very important moment here to get this reflection of the ringer. Okay, I got the paint on, I rinsed the brush, and now I'm going to move it around with some water, at least on the inside. And one thing about this super skinny brush, doesn't hold a lot of water. Okay, so moving around this is supposed to be the reflection of that in the metallic object. So that looks pretty good. And then up here, we're going to want to get a kind of a gray. So this is the negative space that is behind the reflection. So we're trying to get the negative space behind the reflection up here. And I'm gonna, I gotta blend this in there, I guess. And this might not be good, I don't know. There's a lot of water suddenly. I want to get a little bit down here, get some shape good. And then this I want just to fade out. And I guess it is kind of fading out. And I'm just going to try to pick up some excess water right there. And then here, I guess we're going to try this dark again here. That looks okay, not great, right? So now we're going to try come down here and say the thing that looks like a little smile down there is the, so this, well, whatever. I mean, this is the reflection of the top thing and the negative space behind the reflection of the top, that thing that you hit to ring the bell. Okay, and then this, we just want to bring this over here. And kind of, okay. And I'm going to go darker right here. We are trying to keep some of the varying tones because, you know, having this thing that looks, I don't know, like camouflage, I don't know what you could call it, that is what is going to add up to metallic objects, right? Painting a metallic object is supposed to be a great exercise. That's why it was our initial attraction to paint the metallic object. So I just read that somewhere and then kaboom, we started doing it. All right, here we want to get, I'm going to go just grab some blue and mix with this gray because I want to get a different color. Not be painting a big area or big areas all over the place with the same color. Okay, that looks good. Try to go a little darker right there. And, you know, one thing which I think is going to help a lot is, I think I'm going to put like a highlight right here just to break up the pretty big area we have of a single tone. So by putting a highlight in here, we can okay, I don't know, that doesn't really look good at all, but I'm going to get a neutral color and just try to hit something right here just to fill that one little spot. And this, I really wanted that to be gone, so I'm going to rub that and hopefully it'll either be gone or get more subtle. And let's see here, we want to definitely leave highlights. So I'm just taking this neutral color and trying to fill in some of the whitest white. So here I'm just softening this line. You can't really soften the line in the, you know, when you put it in there. And then this is actually going to be the black, which we don't have anything close to black, but and I did not like the curve was here. That's why we kind of tried to erase that, and that looks good. I'm going to bring this up here. And really, I don't really want to use this brush, but it would be good if that this line went all the way up here. Okay, cool. Likewise right here, I guess would be good. I don't know. So there's kind of like a, you know, a bump here. It's like, you know, there's this, and then this is kind of a bump, just barely. So that I should I'm just going to try a line right here to see if we can. And then there's the bump. We don't really have the bump on that side, so I'm just going to do a line with a perforation. And now I'm going to try to make this a more subtle diffusion. So instead of a line that starts there, it's just kind of disappears. And there is this little bump on there I don't like, but like, you know, there's like a dot here, which I wish was gone. Now it's gone. That looks great. I wish we could get that on this side. I'm going to try to, using the blue hue gray we have going on over here, try to get a little bit more intensity right here. And it's not really coming out that good, but I guess it's okay. All right. And then up here, I have no idea what's happening. It would probably be good if we could get negative space up here, plus a big highlight there. Oh yeah, and this, we're going to try to soften this little end. And there, it's definitely softer. And here, it'd be good to take out that. I don't know if it'll take out. Let's see. So I did a repost of an oil painting and was looking for a trending sound. I found the I'm a Chud sound, and now I got that stuck in my head, that some chibi kind of voice saying I'm a Chud. So then I said, well, I forgot what that is supposed to actually mean, and so I looked it up, and not a very flattering description of what that means. I think we're going to have to, I mean, I really would hate to put a Posca marker here to reinforce that highlight, but we might have to actually do that. And this is looking good here, and I'd like to get like a reinforce the dark that's right here. Very critical moment here. I hope this works out. Let's see right here. Ready? And then here, I guess we would want to reinforce that. Who thinks this looks like this ringer and reflections in the metallic object of the ringer? I don't know. Hard to say. I guess I'm going to just take a little bit of water and try to spread this around here. And I like these two tones there. Let's see if we can just get a third tone right here. That's not working at all. I'm going to try and get a cool. So I guess what we want to go is right here. Try to get negative space. And this should really be darker, but horrible, but hopefully it's gonna all come into look better in a second. Let's see. Try and do negative space behind the ringer thing. It's supposed to look like it's falling back. Okay, maybe. Try to soften this whole thing over here. And what this is actually is a reflection of a window, which we have not really depicted a reflection of the window, but whatever. I don't know if we're doing good or bad. We'll find out. I guess after a few days goes by, we look at it again. So here, I'm just going to try and come here, be bold. Looks good. Just try a little thing here. Okay. This, we need a thing bold. Here, I'm going to try to come up here. Who says looks metallic? I don't know. I guess it looks a little metallic. We need a darker dark though around here. I'm going to try to. I'm just going to boldly make a stroke over here. Ready? And try and make a highlight there. Good. Okay, this could sort of blend this around, come over there. See if we can soften this whole thing right here, but still keep a big, what do you call it? A big contrast. This neutral tone up here, this is supposed to fall back and try to, that's nice, sort of. So this is not popping enough. I really need this a lot more popping, but let's see if we go down here. Blend this. All right, well that looks kind of good the way this sort of connects to the other side. I guess if we could soften this a little bit, that'd be okay. Maybe even try to make it like a highlight right there. Highlight is emerging. And this would be good if it was a lot darker, but I don't know. What do you think? Looks stupid. Oh well, we'll see what happens after a while here. You know, a lot of the metallic effect is what do you call it? Poetic license. We got a good looking oval, that's for sure. I'd say we need some more darks, but well, that's great. We're warmed up, that's for sure. Gonna put that aside for here we've been working on this, which you know used to be this right here, and it's coming out okay. I would like to get more contrast in the glass, and I'd like to get a little more development in these leaves here. I don't really like the color that was here as looking at it from a distance, and there's a color here which is not really you know, making me see, aha, wow, what a great color that is. So anyway, let's see. I'm gonna see about as long as we got a lot of Payne's gray going on. Let's see if we can. Here we have a photo. I'm not actually looking at the photo because the glass is right here. I'm looking at the glass itself, but the leaves are at a far different composition than they were before. Anyway, let's see where we're going to get right here. Good. And up here to, I think we want to go all the way up here. And just do fade out on top. This would be good to this should like disappear into nothing instead of having an end. It's a little better. And I'm going to try to get a cool gray, which this is not a cool gray, but I'm in a hurry also. I'm going to try to get this area right here. I want a hairline of negative white, you know, a highlight right there. That's sort of where we want it. Should be darker though, but it's not darker right now. That. Not at all what we're trying to get right there, but close. Trying to get like a curve right here. I think that's, at first glance, that looks pretty horrible. But putting a huddle here to try to get this to be either erased or a lot more light. I don't think it's going to work. this, I think it would be better if it was going up. Just going to try to see we go up here. I don't know if that's so great. Try to fill this in a little bit. And I'm going to try to remove some of this just because the overall thing happening here is just not really speaking to me. See what happens. Not really much happened. This here and try to blend that. That is blending. I don't know why. A little better. This was supposed to be negative space behind this leaf, so I'm just going to try to smear this around to say, hey, we're negative space behind the leaf. And this needs a super dark somewhere right here. I don't know where. I don't know if we really improved. We're going to have to look at a before and after on that glass. And last but not least, how about we hit the little French Village a little bit and you know, if you look back on some of the older videos of this 10-hour project, you see a lot of white. We were trying to get rid of that white. And, I mean, it's good to have the white on there in the beginning, but, you know, the time had come. And we still got some white right there, which is, you know, like this house here was supposed to be that, so we could definitely fill in up there. And I like that color that's already there, so I'm just going to put some water on here and try to smear that color around. And you know what this triangle is here, I don't know. I see some, what is that, like distant trees that are all brown maybe. I guess we could try to do something like that, distant trees that are all brown. So go grab the, we got the Alvaro Castanet palette over here. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a cute brown that's gonna, oh, I think we wanted some more red in that cute brown. Here's some red. Wow. Looks like an exact color match for that if I ever saw one, right? Here goes. Let's see. I hope it's not too intense. Okay, I think that's good. Looks good. And this right here would be good if that was a highlight, so I'm just going to put that paint there and let's see if we can kind of get a highlight. Okay. That's good. I'm leaving this, you know, a little white area here just to, it's the kind of area that's important for depth. And actually it looks like, yeah, maybe the same tree, but more yellow there, so probably be good to put some yellow in there. Anyway, I'm leaving that. Same reason I left any white in the paper, just because it's going to help us with depth as we go. And then how about over here? Let's just put a couple right here. Why not? Okay, yes, good addition. And a bit over here. It's a, I don't know if that was good. I don't think so. Let's make it more subtle. Yeah, I really like it over there at all, but try some right here. Because we got white here, we're trying to fill in all the white, and once we get all the white filled in, hopefully we will be looking at something where we can really, you know, go into detail. I went into detail too fast here and here, but you know, these are pretty notable focal points. So, hey, thanks for the comment that says WC final. Oh, that's the World Cup, yeah, so maybe that's what everyone's doing today. Okay. Everybody enjoy the World Cup. I'm going to work. Good time to go to work. No one is going to be around. So that'll be great. So what we did today, we attempted to do these trees that are, where are they? Right there. And we tried that, and just the usual slow pace of the little French village. Then yesterday or last couple of days, we got this going on as a warm-up, which I think I just got water all over it, unfortunately. Oh well, maybe those are activity dots. So we got that, which is, I guess, like, that is the approximate angle we are painting from. Looks a little bit metallic, kind of, sort of. We'll see. It's supposed to be a good exercise to do metallic. Then we try to work on the glass, which I don't think that really helped at all, what we did today. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to try to homogenize some of that stuff we did today, because I'm just going to like leave that water on there, I guess. And maybe over here too. Okay, yeah, so what we did today, I don't think it was that great. Anyway, and last but not least, first we did the underpainting, which is the clear glass with the wooden hand on it. And that was the initial warm-up. So there it is, art fun, real-time watercolor painting today. See you all next time. Thanks for those thumbs up.